Honestly, watching the film, I mean, every week there's stuff that you're obviously not happy with, but overall, I thought, we definitely did some really good things. There was just a few plays here and there that kind of, offensively that we needed to execute a little bit better on, and I think it would have been a little bit different outcome if we did execute those few plays. But at the end of the day, I thought we did some really good things to build upon. But like I said, there's always room for improvement. So.
I've used the word frustrating a lot, but when you look at that and it's kind of every week, it's one of those things where it's a few of those plays and execution. How do you, I don't want to say justify it, you know what I'm saying, but as an offense, as a group, is that, how do you put your finger on it?
Yeah, I mean, it is frustrating, disappointing, whatever you want to say. But at the same time, like I said, there's some really good positives, that we came away from playing Georgia, and again, there's some things that we wanted, to be, dealt with the right way or whatever. But at the same time, coming away from that game, you got to look at the positive things. You got to look at the negative things as well, but not dwell on them too much, and just try and fix those mistakes and move forward and try and get better.
Justin brought up before that you guys didn't really have any deep throws in that Georgia game. Do you feel like, I guess, what was that kind of a product of, and do you feel like that's kind of a strength of this offense still? Yeah,
no, I definitely think, throwing the ball down the field is one of our strengths. Georgia did a good job of kind of keeping everything in front of them for the most part. So, it's just, it's part of the game of football. Sometimes your defenses are going to give you those opportunities, and sometimes they're going to try and keep everything in front of them. So, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, you just got to take what the defense is giving you.
You talk about Ryan Saturday afterwards, but kind of having time to process it, what he's been able to do essentially in 3 years. He didn't have a reception as a freshman.
Oh, really?
To do what
I did not know that.
What stands out about him as a player?
Like I said, he deserves every bit of recognition. People see, what we put out on the field on Saturdays, but people don't see, what you're doing in the middle of April and May and June and July trying to get ready for August. And Ryan is the epitome of an Auburn football player, and he has worked as hard as anybody that I've ever been around, and it doesn't surprise me that he broke the record. So yeah, he is definitely the epitome of an Auburn football player.
Did you see that you two broke a record together in the quarterback?
Yeah, somebody, I don't know who it was. Somebody told me after the game, which I had no idea that we were even close. But that's pretty special. I mean, all I do is just throw an object to Ryan. He kind of makes things happen. So, yeah, hats off to Ryan for making that happen.
Is it cool for you to kind of etch your name on the record book a little bit, though?
Oh, for sure. Anytime you can, make history, and really anywhere, whether if it's high school or college or, whatever. It's pretty special. And again, anytime you make history, it's because of other people. It's not just because of yourself. So, you have to kind of give credit where credit's due. For Ryan and myself, obviously starts with the offensive line. Everybody works together, the coaches included. Everything works together. So anytime you can make history, that certainly is something special.
Is it cool to share it with Ryan? And I ask that because Sullivan and Beat Fast are famously really good buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's something you two will be able to share?
Absolutely. Whenever we're old and gray, we'll be able to look back and say that we made history, and somebody's probably going to come down the road and break that record. So, but it is certainly special to share it with a guy like Ryan.
What about this senior class? I know that you got to know the last couple of years, but just what have they meant to this program in this season? You could say it every year. How much the seniors mean to the team and stuff. But I know for myself, I live with two of them. I live with Tucker and Chandler, and obviously those guys are seniors and ready to move on and stuff, and getting ready to move on. And It is special, not only with just those guys, but you start talking about, Ryan, Deshaun, and Dontavia. I mean, you can go on and on about each guy in this class, and they've been through a lot, good times, bad times, but they've stuck with it, and couldn't be more, proud and happy for those guys. The guys that are part of the senior class, and it's they're just a special group of guys.
What are your plans for 2019?
I plan to be living and breathing, hopefully, God willing. But I don't know yet. I just gotta. I'm focused on Liberty, and I'm focused on the rest of this season. I haven't really given it much thought yet.
Do you have any plans to go through senior day ceremonies on Saturday?
No.
Some juniors in the past have gone, like Carl Lawson a couple years ago.
No, I didn't know that. No, I do not.
Okay.
Everybody good? All right, thanks for sure, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
This video was brought to you by Caliber, a luxury store in Homewood, Alabama that's reviving the finer things in hunting and fishing.